How's it going, everybody? Trying to see if I got anybody coming in here. Doing a test to see if we can get this CameraFi working. Can't tell if there's anybody. Hey, there you are. This is just the way I set it up, John. So if you could in the chat, I got it set up in front of my computer so I can read and everything at the same time. So hey, Donovan, how you doing? Yeah, I'm trying out this CameraFi streaming app for the first time, so trying to figure out how to do this. MTR, when I set it up, I had the front-facing camera. It just came up full screen like this, and this is everything that I'm seeing right now. So, how's it looking? What's the sound quality and what's the picture quality look like, guys? If you would let me know, appreciate it. Trying to figure this new streaming app out here. Donovan, you been doing okay? As John used to do, we're rocking the old Mountain Dew tonight. Mountain Dew. Hey, Jay Johnson, what's up, bud? Yeah, this is what we talked about earlier when we were on Tana's live stream about trying to figure out if this CameraFi is going to work out for streaming, and so far it seemed like it is. So, Magic Tech Reviews has a great channel. If there's anybody in here that has not subscribed to Magic Tech Reviews, go ahead and just subscribe to his channel. He's one of my guys that got me going on my YouTube account. Talked me into it. And I started my YouTube account, like I said, back in last year of October 1st. Hey, Dark Wolf. Hey, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it, guys. I wonder what's going on. Let's see what some of the comments says. Well, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah, it does look good. Okay, I like that. Video quality pretty good. Donovan says thanks you. Sound quality good as well. Thank you. Not too loud. It's not showing on my meter there that it's up too loud. Yeah, John, I don't know what this is my first time to ever try it, and I set it up like it just followed the steps, and this is the way it came up for me. Hey, TechRite, what's up, bud? How you doing? You doing all right? This is just a basic stream. I tried to stream last year in December, trying to get the quirks worked out using OBS and stuff like that. Tana Does Tech was helping me out doing it, and was finally getting the gist of it. So we tried a couple streams that night. It was a Friday night. The next day was Saturday, and boy, I came down with something. I got sick, and it knocked me for a good loop for a month and a half. Almost put me in the hospital. So I haven't tried to stream ever since. But I'd like to give a big shout out to Tito from Aloha Android for introducing me to this app. This is CameraFi. It's a streaming app. He said it was a great app, so I wanted to test it out. Tana Does Tech. He's another good YouTube buddy of mine. He ran live stream earlier today about noontime, and he was doing really good with that one. Everything looked good. But other than that, everything else is going good. Hey, Dark Wolf. Yeah, my day's been pretty good, bud. Sunday. Just wish there was more football. And I know there's a football game on right now, the Pro Bowl, but I don't do the Pro Bowl, so. Hey, Reaper. What's going on? I'm doing pretty good, bud. Thanks. Yeah, Donovan, this is called CameraFi. It's camera and then the FI on the end. You can get it off the App Store. Pretty simple to set up. A lot of good stuff you can do with this. You set it all up before you go live, and it verifies it. And once you verify it, you hit the go button on your screen, and man, you're off running. Hey, what's up, Robert? Thanks for joining in, Robert Hughes. Appreciate it. So, anybody got any questions there? I'm reading the chat. What I did is I got my camera I got my camera on a little tripod. It's right in front of my computer. My computer sits up a little elevated because I'm such a big guy. I don't like to look down, so I got my computer sitting up my screen so I can look across the camera that I'm talking to y'all with on my my phone here, and I can see my live stream in the background. And actually, the chat is up on my screen on my phone. I can see the chat on the left-hand side. I can actually turn that off. There's several display buttons on your screen when you're streaming with the CameraFi that allows you to do different things. Like for instance here, let me see if I can, I'm going to turn the camera around using my back camera. So once you see my back camera, see I turn my back camera on, there's what I'm reading my chat in on the side here from my computer on my just go to YouTube and click, you know, my live stream channel, and I can see the chat a lot bigger with that. So let's get it flipped back around. There we go. We're back on the front side now. It's just that simple. All the buttons and testing and everything else is right on the front screen of your camera, of the phone that you're using. Hey, Raul Castaneda, thanks. What's up, bud? Hey, Big John, what new phones do you want to see? Man, I would love to see some new phones from ZTE come to Cricket. I switched pretty much all my phones over to Cricket service. Cricket has great service. At least it's working good for me in the area that I'm in. And other than that, everything else is going good with myself. The camera that I'm using right now for the stream, the phone, I'm using the Alcatel Idol 4. So it's a good, clean, crisp picture. Right now I'm recording HD 16:9, which is a 720 resolution. So the settings on this is pretty neat on the front of this camera. Yeah, I seen that earlier, Reaper, when you put that in the comments from on John's stream, that it will eat your kill your battery. But I got my phone plugged into my charger right now, so that ain't gonna happen with my battery. I ain't gonna worry about that. Dark Wolf. Hey, yeah. How do I like the ZTE Z Max Pro update? I love it, man. You know, I've been trying since they came out with the first one that was pushed out at the end of October of last year. They pushed it for like a week, and then something happened, and they quit issuing the updates for the Z Max Pro community. Finally got a hold of ZTE through emails and stuff, and they were saying that there was issues with that patch of updates that they sent out, so they stopped it. Well, they never would give me a direct answer when they were going to put the update back out again. Well, apparently it came out on the 26th of this month. I found it through another YouTube friend of mine that has a channel, and that would be Paul Tech. He posted it, so I went and did it on the morning of the 27th, but when I did it, it wouldn't allow me to do it. I was frustrated again. So I just waited a little while, waited, and I didn't think about it anymore the rest of the day. When about 9:30 on the 27th, I said, let me try this again, and lo and behold, it allowed me to update my phone. Now, when I first updated it, it had a couple issues with some of the tech. I'm sorry, like if you didn't use your fingerprint to unlock the phone and you use the say a pattern. Once you use the pattern at the top of your phone where you pull down your toolbar and where your brightness is and all that, half of that would come down automatically once you unlocked your phone, and real lightly you could see the pattern of your screen lock code that you put in. In order to get that off there, you had to swipe up, but that seems to stop. But there was some good things that I noticed to the update on this phone here. It got me it seems like the print sensor is working a little bit quicker, and definitely the speakers are a lot louder. Haven't had no glitching with it. Had several people comment on some of my videos about the Z Max Pro have flickering screens. I've never experienced that. Even I'm not experiencing it now with the update. So everything else is going pretty good. Let me check out some of these comments here. Donovan says, yeah, the autofiller is solid camera. My Idol got stolen last week. What? Oh, man. Donovan, hate to hear that, man. That's a good phone. I like it. I'm using it right now again as my daily driver. I keep going back between this Idol 4 as my daily driver and my Samsung Galaxy S7 that I got right here, my 7 Edge. I keep going back and forth between that and this one here. There is only one problem. On the bottom of this, it was my fault. I didn't bother to get a case because I wanted to show it off the nice color, the gold color. But it's hard to see. But right down here on the bottom is a bunch of scratches. And all I ever did was carry my phone in my top pocket. Nothing else in my pocket. So I'm not sure what was causing it. Let's see if I can see some. There you go. You can see the scratches on the bottom on that angle. And all I did was just carry it in my top pocket. I don't know what caused that. But other than that, I like going back and forth between this phone and my Samsung as my daily driver. And I do use the ZT Max Pro. So I'm swapping back and forth between basically 3 phones. Okay, John, you had it in screen capture mode. Oh, how I hate it. It's set up correctly. Okay. Well, John, let me just stream for another 10 minutes to see how this is doing. And then let's shoot you back over to your live stream and check out it with once you got the screen figured out there. How about that? If that sounds good to you, we'll do that again. Get you back on your screen. And once again, if there's a couple people in here that has not subscribed to Magic Tech Reviews, go over and check his channel out, man. He's got a great channel. Actually, what you can do is right on the comment screen, you can just long press his icon, his MTR icon. It's the little green one there. And it'll take you straight to his channel. And if you haven't subscribed, go hit that subscribe button. Like I said, John from Magic Tech Reviews is the one that got me going, doing a YouTube channel. I called in a lot of his streams before I even set my channel up. And every time John streams, he calls in on Skype, and we got a call in. It's called the Peanut Gallery. So John has a very good channel, and it's all for a good cause. He has a son that's autistic, so all the proceeds that he gets from his channel is going towards his son, which is a fantastic deal. Thumbs up to you, John. That's the way to go, big bud. That's the way. All right, Reaper says, I was thinking about getting the ZTE Z-Max 2, but according to Cricket Reviews, is pretty bad, but the Z-Max Pro has some pretty good reviews. Well, the Grand X Max 2 from ZTE that Cricket sells is a great phone. It's similar, it's almost identical to the Z-Max Pro, but on the Grand X2, the Grand X Max 2, it has 2 dual cameras on the back, where the Z-Max Pro has 1 camera, but it also has the fingerprint sensor, whereas the Grand X2 does not have the fingerprint sensor. Let's say, hey Chad, what's up, bud? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, for some of y'all that are just coming in and now, this is a new app that I'm trying out for streaming. This is actually my only second time to stream. Streamed back in early December. Did it for 2 little stream tests, and then I got sick the next day, and I haven't streamed since. So I'm back on trying to get this up and going again. But Chad, hey bud, thanks a lot for coming in. Appreciate it. Anybody else got any questions here that you want to speak on or check out what's going on here? Let's see, Reaper says, Donovan Hornback, I'm paying $230 for a phone that does pretty what every other phone does. Yeah, I mean, it's all about your budget. You know, I've been doing cell phones a long time, and here in the past year, starting, I'd say, the very end of 2015, the beginning of 2016, cell phones last year just went crazy with everybody coming out with cell phones. And then the lower budget cell phones are starting to become really, really good quality phones for the price that you pay for them. Now, 8-9 years ago, you paid a $25 phone, you were getting the ones that you could throw away in the trash can and don't have to worry about it. Now you can catch some good deals on port-ins for phones that are giving you a 5.2 inch screen, you know, giving you say a 5 or an 8 megapixel camera on the back, a 2 megapixel camera on the front. You couldn't have done that 10 years ago, or even for the price that you can get them at now for what, 20, 30, 40 bucks if you're porting in. So Exactly, and that's what John just said. Magic Tech Reviews. It's all a matter of choice. You know, it's all up to the consumer what they can afford and what kind of phones they really enjoy. You know. There you go, Donovan. That's right. Maybe the Grand X4. It's only $80 on Cricket. Yeah, that's correct. And that is a good phone. I did a review on that one you hear, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I use it back and forth. Like I said, I got on my phone, so I just don't let them sit. I swap them out quite a bit to use them as my daily drivers. So, yeah, I remember Reaper said he had the Grand X4, but he was having issues with it because of the call quality. He couldn't hear the person, or the people couldn't hear him. It kept sounding, it was muffled. I personally think, Reaper, myself, I think that was a bad phone you got, because I've used that phone steady for 2 weeks, and I talk with a lot of people. I text a lot of people, and I use it pretty much to be able to do a good review on it. And I've never once had anybody tell me, "Hey, I can't hear you. You sound muffled." So I'm personally thinking that you got maybe a bad unit. You were just one of the unlucky ones that got a bad unit. It happens every time. When I went last year to get my Galaxy S7, I went for the S7 first. Okay, I got it home, started messing with it, and I decided, well, I'm going to go back, pay the extra $100 and get the S7 Edge. So I did that. I had 14 days to swap out, no problems asked. I got that that phone. It's an $850 phone last year. Okay, I got that phone and took it home. It was on a Sunday. Sunday evening comes around. I'm still setting it up, trying to go. For some reason, I could not find the hotspot in the settings. Well, make a long story short, I called customer service. They walked me through. I told them exactly what was laid out in the settings. Nothing there. Took it back to I got it from Sprint at that time. Took it back to Sprint the next day on Monday when they were open. The guy looked at it. He was shocked there was no settings for a hotspot. So they called it in, and it was a defective phone. So they swapped it out with no problems. Question asked. So, Reaper, I was just trying to make a point. So you might get a phone that it's not going to be good every single one that everybody hands out. You're going to have some issues with anything you buy these days. There's going to be that one that's going to have a problem. Pocket lint in the microphone hole. Very good, John. That could be true. That could be true. Yep. Never thought about that, MTR. Let's see. Dark Wolf said, "Do you know any good screen protectors for the ZTE Max Pro?" You know, I used to use screen protectors, but I don't anymore. To me, the screen protectors, granted, if you drop the phone, if you got a case on it, pretty much the case is good. It's going to be to save your phone. If you drop the phone and it lands flat on its face, then I think you're not going to get a crack, but I don't think it's going to protect it from cracking, even with the screen protector. To me, the screen protectors are smudgy, hard to keep clean. They're a dust magnet, and also after a point, it does allow you to have issues with swiping of your screen. So I was noticing that I had a screen protector on my LG Stylo 2 Plus. I had one on my Galaxy S7 Edge, had one on the ZTE Max Pro, and had one on the Idol 4 that I have now. I've taken all the screen protectors off because it hampered my use of on the on-screen swiping and stuff like that. So I just prefer not to use them. Let's see. Reaper says Grand X4 and all his amazing phone in terms of battery. I love the camera and internet speed, but maybe you're right. Might have been just a bad unit. That's true, Reaper. You know, I truly think you got a bad phone. He also says, oh, now Best Buy is going to be selling the ZTE Grand X3 for $99 and the Idol 3 also for $99 prepaid. Yeah, I believe that you can get I believe you can get both. You can still get both those phones at Cricket Wireless, and I think they're going to be about the right price. And I'm not sure. Tech Review, he does work for Cricket, so he could probably answer that question better in the stream there, John. That Reaper was asking about the Grand X3 and the Idol 3. How much the pricing is on it on the market right now? And And like John said, Magic Tech Review said, he just goes with the case only, no or tempered glass. That's right, Chad, and they do. If you don't put that screen protector on just correctly, you are going to have bubbles in it, and it does. It's just an issue that a lot of people don't like to mess with all the time. Reaper says, I still have the Idle 3 for Cricket, but the battery on the Idle 3 is not great. Dies pretty fast. Well, it depends on what you're using it for. If you're going to be doing a lot of gaming, and I know, Reaper, you do a lot of gaming stuff, the games will eat your battery on your phones. Let's see. Magic says, Chad, if I put it on bubbles, are scared to even look at me. Right? Dark Wolf asks, will I get the Samsung Galaxy 8? Depends. I really need to see the phone physically first. I'm tired of seeing rumors. Everybody does rumor leaks on everything, and everybody's rumor leaks are all different. So you never truly know what you're going to get. I want to see the actual phone first before I make the decision. And secondly, it's going to be about the price. It's all about pricing these days. If these ZTE, if they keep pushing phones the way they are, the OnePlus, the Alcatel phones, some of the other lower budget, or not so much lower budget phones, but lower range phones, people that are making them, if their phones are starting to compete with the higher flagship phones, eventually it's going to, I think, personal opinion, that it's going to make the flagship phones come down in their price. Because to me, I can put my ZTE Z Max Pro right up next to my Galaxy S7 Edge, and there are things on my ZTE Max Pro that will do quicker and better than it does on my Galaxy S7 Edge. I paid $99 brand new from Metro PCS when I got the ZTE Max Pro. I paid $850 for the Galaxy S7 Edge. And for that $99 to even be considerably close with the Galaxy S7, it's. Let's see. Reaper says, sometimes I prefer Best Buy because there's no activation with phones, so it saves me money. That's true. That's true. Yeah, John. Well, John, you do perform miracles. You're MTR. So you got the magic touch. Not the magic tech, but the magic touch. You get things done right. So Reaper says, I know I don't ever game on phones, only PCs, PS4, and I use the phone for a little internet and YouTubing and texting calls, taking pictures, that's it. Well, it's like I said, it's going to be all about the phone quality at the time. You got to think about that. But there are ways around that. There's so much technology that's come out these days that you can get a power bank, really small power bank. Let me see if I got one close by here. This ain't a power bank. This is a brick here. That's a brick. But they got power banks that can push out 10,000 milliamp battery power, the size of this, that will fit in your pocket with no problem. So, and those things will charge some phones times before you have to recharge that power bank. So, but anyway, folks, I appreciate everybody coming. I just posted that video about the ZTE Z Max Pro finally getting its update. So if you haven't checked out that video, go back down and check it out. I just posted it 2 days ago. So let you see my review on that one. And it also speaks in there. I have a little tag in there showing about when I first did the issue on the ZTE Max Pro not getting any updates or having receiving all my text messages. Donovan, thanks a lot, bud. All right, y'all, heading to the gym. Heading to the gym. I'm a big boy here. See, I'm a big boy. I don't do the gym no more. I'm 52 years old. I did that back in my younger days. Now I just sit around enjoying my tech stuff. So, Donovan, thanks a lot, bud. Like I said, this is only the second time I've done my stream. I'm just trying to see what's going on with this, see how it's doing, see if I like this camera app. It's called CameraFi. Once again, that's CameraFi. And one more time, I'm going to give a shout out to Tito from Aloha Android. He's the one that talked me into trying this app out, and I want to give a shout out to him for pushing me towards this app. This seems to be a really good app. When I tried to set it up through OBS back in 1st of December last year, man, it took me forever. So many things you had to do just to get you going live. This took me 3 minutes, I think. It's basically you do this, you do that, you confirm. Yes, that all looks good. Push go, boom, you're live. All right. Hey, Gaming 15, what's up, bud? Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. That's okay. And Dartward, do you think iPhones are now copying Samsung? I heard that iPhones are now going to have the curved screen. You know, at one point, every cell phone carrier manufacturer will copy something from somebody else's phones. So it's hard to say. I personally, I've had several of my friends that have iPhones. I've tried their iPhones. I just do not care for the OS operating system. I don't care for it at all. To me, it's very confusing. And plus, you're limited on what you can do with that phone as far as downloading stuff. You have to go to the Apple Store, which, of course, Apple owns iPhones. So it's all about them, sort of like a monopoly on that end for iOS operating systems from Apple. Right, John, you got to set the monetization, by the way. Yeah, thank you, but I appreciate that. But other than that, folks, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I want to thank everybody once again. Thank you so much for come tonight. I'm just watching right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and allow John, Magic Tech Reviews, to go ahead and try his CameraFi back out again because he had some issues with it the first time around. So I'm going to let him go back and go live again. And let's see if we can get a good look at what the screen should look like when he's doing his live stream. So once again, this is Big John from Big John Tech Reviews. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming in. And now that I know this app works good, it's easy to set up, and the way I got it figured out, I will be doing a lot more streaming now. Once again, this is John. Thanks. Be sure to subscribe if you have not done so. But here we go. And as I always say, I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks, guys.